Good morning, my dear students. So, as I told you in previous class, today I'll be starting a new chapter, and the topic of the chapter is constructor. So, till now we were dealing with the simple basic Java programming. So, from today onwards, we'll be starting a new type of programming, which is called as constructor type programming. So, here, before starting the programming section of constructor type, so let us know what is actually a constructor. So here what I have written is what is a constructor. So constructor is a member method without return type having the same name as that of a class. So a constructor is a member method. So we have done with different sort of methods like main method, public static void main, public static void main, throws, IR exception. These were the things that was taught in the previous chapter. So here we will be learning about the method, but it is considered as the member of the particular method that we have studied. So a constructor is nothing but it is a member method without any return type. So it doesn't have the return type. So return type will not be present here in constructor. So not even void is present there in the constructor. So return type having the same name as that of a class. So whenever we define a class, the same class definition will be used as a constructor name here in the constructor type programming. So remember the thing that is a constructor will be having same name as that of a class. So that is the definition of a constructor. So constructor is a member method without return type having the same name as that of a class. Now the constructor is called automatically when the object of the class is created. So here constructor will be calling automatically as soon as we create a new memory with the help of a keyword named new. So in our previous classes we have learned about how to create a new object or a new memory during a program. So with the help of new keyword we can easily create a new object in our programming. So here in order to call the constructor also we can create the new object. We can create a memory. So the constructor is called automatically when the object of the class is created. So as soon as we create an object inside a class during a constructor type programming, the constructor will be automatically called, okay, or automatically created. So in order to explain this constructor portion, I have written a small program section where you can see the class and its definition, and I have mentioned some of the variables which are called as instance variable, and small program segment also has been mentioned out here. So in order to explain the constructor, this is the thing that I'm going to explain. Okay. So now here what I have done is I have written a class and its definition and its name. So name of a class is student. Now next line I have opened the curly braces, and just below the curly braces I have mentioned the two variables which are called as instance variables. So one variable has got a return type that is int, and another variable name has got a return type that is string. So int will be holding a variable that is roll number, and string is holding a variable that is name, and inside these variables only the values will be stored. And this roll number and name that I have mentioned here in this small program segment is considered as instance variable. Now student is given out here. So student is written out here, and according to the definition, as I have told you here in this definition, the constructor will not be having the return type, not even void. So here you can check, you can see only the name that is given as the constructor name, which is student. So a constructor will be having same name as that of a class. So this portion that I have written, student bracket open close, is called as a constructor. Okay. So here a constructor will be having same name as that of a class. So if you compare the name of a class and the name of a constructor, it is same, it is similar. So that is why this portion is called as constructor. And just below the constructor what is done is the initialization of the value for this instance variable has been done. That is roll number equals to 001 semicolon, name equals to Arun inside double inverted comma. Why I have inserted this value inside double inverted comma is this is what kind of data type? This is a string data type. It is called as reference data type also. So Arun inside double inverted comma semicolon. So these are the two initialization of the value done for the variable roll number and name. Now as soon as you complete the initialization process, then next step is to close the curly braces. Now here in constructor type programming, what you have to remember is the thing that is very much important, that is the name of the constructor. So the name of the constructor will be similar to the name of the class. So that is how we'll be dealing with the constructor. Okay. Now let us see the types of constructor. So the constructors are divided into two different types. They are default constructor and parameterized constructor. So there are two different types of constructor, default and parameterized. So what is actually a default constructor? Is a constructor without parameters is called default constructor. So a constructor which does not have any parameters inside the bracket, they are considered as default constructor. So I'm going to explain with the help of this short program section. So class student is mentioned out here. Name of a class is student, and just below that instance variable has been mentioned. So int roll number is one variable and string name is another variable. So name and roll number is two variables which are considered as instance variables. And its data type used here is for roll number, int is the data type used, and for name, string is the data type used. Just below that, what you can find is student written. So student here is the constructor having same name as that of a class. And if you check this portion, as soon as I write the name of the constructor, that is student, so you will be seeing a bracket where nothing has been mentioned. So bracket open close is there. So this kind of constructor where if you don't find any of the parameter inside the bracket, that is considered as, that kind of constructor is considered as default constructor. Okay, so after mentioning the default constructor, the next thing is the next thing that you can find is initialization of the value for the variable that is mentioned out here also. So roll number equals to 001, name equals to Arun. So if you don't find any of the parameter written or mentioned inside the bracket, that kind of parameter, that kind of constructor is considered as the default type constructor. Now let us come to the second type of constructor, which is called as parameterized constructor. A constructor with one or more parameters is called parameterized constructor. So if there are no parameters given inside the bracket where constructor has been mentioned, so that kind of constructor is called as default. And if the parameterized constructor, if parameters are there inside the bracket, that kind of constructor is considered as parameterized constructor. So if you check the programs that have been mentioned out here, class student, the same program, int roll number, string name, instance variables, and just below that what you can find is the name of the constructor, that is student only. And inside bracket what you can check out here is int x comma string y is mentioned inside the bracket. So that means two different types of parameters has been mentioned inside the bracket. They are in the same line where I have mentioned the constructor name. So if you find any of the parameters mentioned inside the bracket, that kind of constructor is called as parameterized constructor. And after that, the initialization of the variable, instance variable has been done out here just below the constructor, that is roll number equals to x. X is mentioned here as the parameter there in the constructor line. And another variable that is mentioned is name equals to y. So initialization has been done according to the parameters that is mentioned here in the constructor portion. So this is how we can mention the parameters inside the bracket, and that is called as parameterized constructor. So in constructor type programming there are two different types of constructors, that is default constructor and parameterized constructor, and we have to work according to the portion that I have explained out here for parameterized constructor and the default constructor. So remember, in default, parameters should not be there inside the bracket. We don't find any of the parameter mentioned there inside the bracket, whereas there is the parameterized constructor, we can find the parameters mentioned here inside the bracket where I have mentioned the constructor. So this is how we can differentiate between the default constructor and the parameterized constructor. So my dear students, in today's class I have explained you about what is actually a constructor, what is actually a constructor type programming, and how it will be working and what are its types. In next class, in upcoming class, I'll be explaining some of the programming portion for this constructor. So till then, kindly revise the portion whatever I have explained in today's class. Stay safe and dedicate your time in studies.